Voters right across this country head to the polls 2 weeks from today. Many, however, will not, including youth between the ages of 18 and 24, who have the lowest voter turnout rates. My next guest would like to change that. Rick Mercer, of course, is the host of the Rick Mercer Report. It opens its 13th season tomorrow night on CBC Television. He's with me in studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
This has been a long campaign.
A cruel and unusual campaign, I think. And it's been frustrating for me because, of course, I've been just sitting at home watching it as a spectator, which is what most people do, but I like to be out mixing it up, and I would like to be on television during a campaign.
As a spectator, have you enjoyed this long campaign?
I've enjoyed the multiple debates. I thought that was a good development, the multiple debates. I was very disappointed that the consortium debate didn't happen.
Yes.
I think the debates were great, but, I'm talking to my mother, and she's like, oh, they don't air in Newfoundland. I'm like, yes, Mom, it's on. No, we don't get it. It's on CPAC. What's CPAC? It's near the fireplace channel. Like, oh, they don't have it in Ottawa either. I called Joan. She said, people couldn't find it. And that's really unfortunate because some of those debates were great.
What do we learn from the debates, do you think?
Well, I thought the Monk debate was good. They didn't have notes. And I thought that was interesting because I thought when I heard no notes, I thought Trudeau's going to be in trouble because he was always wedded to that piece of paper in the House of Commons. Mm-hmm. But it's like an actor when you take their script away sometimes and throw them out on stage. Sometimes they rise to the occasion, and I think he did. I didn't expect that with no notes. I thought the notes was going to be a problem.
What did you wish you were on television for during this campaign? Because there have been a lot of things.
There's the silly stuff.
Yes.
There's stuff where you go like, oh, we've seen that before. Well, we have never seen a candidate, urinate in a woman's coffee mug. That has never happened before in the history of campaigns.
Perhaps we should be thankful for that.
And maybe that'll be the end of it. But so there's always that silly stuff. Certainly this is the Twitter campaign. It's like so many candidates going down because of ridiculous stuff they said on social media. Yes. That's relatively new. But I would just like to have been there for the duration of the campaign, not for the silly stuff, but for, just for the regular campaign stuff. I find it amazing that people didn't go just completely crazy over the notion that the Prime Minister refused to take follow-up questions. I mean, I wish if I was running the world, the media wouldn't have shown up. Like, I can't believe that you could get away with running a campaign, no follow-up questions. Now, of course, he'll take 10 follow-up questions as long as it's about the niqab. Like, now he'll talk about that till the cows come home. So I think that even though he's on side with a lot of Canadians very upset about this niqab business, but they should be very nervous about the fact that suddenly he's willing to talk about this when he won't talk about other issues of substance.
You will be ranting about the election this evening.
I will be ranting from now till Election Day, but there'll be 2 rants on television.
One of the things that you said, I don't want to give too much away, one of the things you say is that we control in many ways this campaign. They don't tell us what the campaign is going to be about.
Well, they want to tell us what the campaign is about.
But they have told us, haven't they?
Well, they started off like, it's going to be about the economy. And then that wasn't working. And then they were like, okay, it's going to be about security. That wasn't working. Now it's about the niqab.
How did it become about 2 women who wanted to take the oath of citizenship with
Because they hired a guy... And we all heard about it. They said, in breaking news, the Prime Minister's hired a guy whose job it is to get everyone upset about Muslims. And then next thing you know, everyone was upset. Wow. He's earning his money.
What do you make of the tone of this campaign? There are a lot of people. It doesn't matter what political stripe they're.
I've seen Nastier. Yeah. I actually have seen Nastier. I think today we're going to see a bunch of new ads roll out today and over the next 2 weeks where the tone is going to get very nasty. But so far, it hasn't been that nasty. And I think a lot of them, they don't know where to train their guns. And everyone is freaking out. Like, I have my little sources. Any of my NDP sources, they're freaking. The Liberals, they're freaking. The Conservatives, they're freaking. No one knows what's going to happen. Speechwriters usually have to write 2 speeches for a leader. We win or we lose. They're going to have to write 6 or 7. Like, there's so many different scenarios.
There's a thing that's circulating on social media, and it says, it's attributed to you. If you are between the age of 18 and 25 and you want to scare the hell out of the people that run this country, this time around, do the unexpected. Take 20 minutes out of your day and do what young people all around the world are dying to do. Vote. Will we see, do you think, given everything that's at stake right now and the tone of the campaign, an increase in voter turnout?
I would like to think so. It's going to happen. Whether it happens this election or the next election, one of these days it's going to happen and it will change everything. It will change the country. If young people show up to vote, it will just change everything.
What is the motivator? What is the one thing that will get, not just young people, but you get people who say, I don't matter, my vote doesn't matter, I can't be bothered. What's the thing that'll
You know,
turn around?
most people, we've launched this campaign called VoteNation.ca, and if you go there, you can take your photo and you can imprint it with "I will vote October 19th." A lot of people who say, "Oh, I don't vote because it doesn't matter, this, that, or the other thing," they actually don't know how to vote. They've never voted. They're intimidated by the process. Their parents never took them to vote.
It's not just apathy, it's actually the process.
They actually don't know. What, am I going to go in there? Is there a judge? Like, there's no cameras in there. People actually don't know. I was never intimidated because my parents used to take me to vote. Yeah, you know, it's 20 minutes. You go to St. Francis of Assisi, you walk in, boom, boom, you're in and out. People actually don't know. So that's why voting is contagious. If you tell your friends you're going to vote, they're more likely to ask you about it, or you can come up in conversation, and maybe some of this intimidation will go away.
It's good to have you here. The election campaign has missed you thus far.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Rick.
also, people should tune in because Justin Trudeau falling down an escalator
Honestly?
is well worth it.
I laughed.
It's one of the things I am most proud of in my entire career.
Taking him-
People should go to the Facebook page and look at it.
13 seasons to get to that point. Thank you, Rick.
That's it.
Rick Mercer, the host of the Rick Mercer Report.